Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Well, it's a special time for Father's Day. But of course, they're second in the hierarchy of respect. Mom's always the number one. But Father's Day is a special time too, so it's great for many to take the time to reflect and visit with family and spend time with their father. And I know my kids are not doing nothing for me. One's gone to watch baseball for her son's playing baseball, so she chose that over her dad. And the other one, he never does nothing for Father's Day. So I hope he's listening to me and feels a little bit guilty as I'm trying to give him a guilt trip here. But clearly it's a special day, and I think many have a chance to reflect. I know my sister and them are going to their graveyard on Father's Day on Sunday to give the respect to their dad, and so I'm looking forward to flowers being laid at my dad's. I won't be going to that because really my dad really never raised me, and I was never a part of his life until the last part of his about 8 years, and the last part of his, or maybe less. So I took care of him the last part of his existence while he was living here in this world.
Yeah.
And but he had great admiration to my achievements and my accomplishments, in which, of course, I give that all to my mom, who raised me in the way she did and led me to believe and stand for what I believe in today.
Yep.
So, I still respect my dad. He's my dad. So when I go by, I'll go say hi to him at the graveyard and in Camperville and talk to him and say hello. And for those, and maybe check out, make sure his grave is clean. I'll ask my sister to check when she goes on Sunday. I haven't been to the graveyard since last year, so I'm not sure what it looks like in Camperville.
Okay.
But I know in Duck Bay and Camperville too, and other communities, they take such good care of their graveyards.
Yes.
They're very immaculate and well cared for, and they have lights and everything, and flowers, and a lot of families, especially now, you'll see a lot of families on today and probably into the morning tomorrow cleaning up the graveyards for the prayers that will be taking place in some of the villages and communities. So
that's beautiful.
So happy Father's Day to everyone, and it's a time to rejoice and spoil your dad a little bit and give him. And one thing for people out there, what your dad will like probably the most, a hell of a good home cooked meal.
Yeah.
So I know I'm getting spoiled by my granddaughter. She's it's Papa's girl baby anyway. So
good.
She's cooking me. They're cooking me a roast tomorrow, and of course we're inviting other like Bachelor Don Roulette and Aaron Dong and others that are be invited to come and eat there. Jesse, of course, another bachelor, he'll be coming there to eat. And so a lot of these fathers that are fathers, but they live independently now, gloriously invites all of them to come for a dinner. So I got invited to come down. My baby phoned me and said, you got to come because I'm leaving for Ottawa on Sunday. I got called to go to Senate and speak on Bill 5. And people ask what Bill 5 is. Bill 5 is the new legislation that's coming into Canada, and it's going to be fast-tracked. You'll hear a lot of it in the next while. It's going to be passed before July 1st, which actually passes the new relationship of economics in this country regarding provincial jurisdictions and cross-references of national projects that will go right across the country. And looking for new markets outside of the United States, because right now our dependency as a country, unfortunately, throughout the last decades upon decades and decades, we've maintained a very close relationship with our markets with only the United States. We've never really ventured outside of that. But now with Trump doing what he's doing, trying to make us the 51st state of the United States, and really doesn't care about the Canadians. He's after the land, he's after the water, he's after the minerals, the wood. So and clearly that's his objective, and the guy is got to be taken seriously. Even though I know he's somewhat odd and crazy, he's still got to be taken seriously because he does and will do things and just order things, which is unforeseen by any president of the United States. So he's really created a lot of enemies and hardships for many countries, not just us.
Yeah.
So our country now is in a tailspin, trying to get itself out. And I know this is going to be hard for Indigenous people. We're going to have to sacrifice somewhat here ourselves because a lot of times when natural resources are being affected on major projects, there's a lot of consultations, a lot of discussion, which could take years at times. to make sure it's done right. And experience has shown us if it's not done right, we suffer as the indigenous people,
Right.
because we depend on the lands and the waters and the animals, so the fish. So we know we have to be very careful. And as the phrase by many First Nation leaders, you'll hear Mother Earth. But clearly, at the end of the day, there's a push now by Canada that every party, every business, every premier, every territorial leader unite today to make sure we get a new market in place, whether it's for oil, whether it's for minerals. And we have a big play in this one, too, as Manitobans. The Premier of Manitoba, Rob Kineau, has announced, of course, the Western investment into Churchill, into the Arctic.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Canada is going to put a lot of money in defense. So you're going to see billions upon billions of dollars being invested in defense. The world has gone to a different world, a different era kind of concept now. And you just seen last night Israel attacking Iran, and Iran now is attacking back. Of course, the war in Gaza is still going on with Israel and the Palestinians.
Mm-hmm.
And you still got Russia and Ukraine fighting. And now China is talking about, a fight with Taiwan. So there's a lot of action militarily-wise happening around the world. And so our country's now come to terms that we have to help build better defenses to protect ourselves. We can't depend on Trump, because Trump will sell us out in a dime,
Mm-hmm.
and quickly turn his back on us. So he basically has bragged that they protected us, but he's forgotten we protected them. And so, and people have belittled us because we're a small country. We're not rich as the United States. California's population, the state of California, is the same population of all of Canada. There's just one state in the United States. So you imagine the size of the population is 300-something million people in the United States, and we got about 40 million ourselves or a little over. So if you look at it from that concept, we have a lot of land, a lot of riches, natural resource-wise, but we don't have a lot of people. So we got to watch very carefully what the world is doing right now. And we could just let somebody else worry about it. Well, we got children and grandchildren to worry about. We got the future to worry about. So we got to play a role. And that's why I'm going there to speak before Senate. I'll be expressing my support to Bill 5. However, I'll be putting some caveats in there, basically making it very clear that just because we're shifting our entire thinking to be Canada strong, Canada united, and Canada built, we have to make sure that the projects and initiatives and developments we have achieved are not set aside, and that they just focus only on one subject area, and our people then go back to the hardships and suffering. So,
Right.
so I'll be giving some good recommendations. I got 5 minutes to speak, and then I'm open to question period from any of the, of course, MPs that will be sitting on the committee.
Mm-hmm.
And so I look forward to it. AFN will be there, ITK and myself. And so, of course, Inuit and the First Nations will be speaking, and I'll be speaking too. So, but again, I got some good recommendations, and if you want to watch it, anybody who want to watch it, it's actually live. It'll be live Monday. Starts at June 16 at 4:40 p.m. to 5:55, and that's Eastern time. Central time, which is our time, it's at 3:40 to 4:55.
Okay.
You could watch that on CPAC or something of that nature. So you could watch me in action.
Absolutely.
And watch all the experience
We'll be
I've
supporting you
throughout my life, and I'll put it into a good message. Because what's important here, and people would say, well, this doesn't matter to me. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll tell you why. Inside this new directive that Canada is taking, housing is a big piece of it. They're going to build thousands upon thousands of houses in Canada. So we hear the outcry in a lot of reserves about housing. We heard the outcry in our Métis villages, and we heard the outcry in our urban centers. So housing is going to be a big investment. Labor mobility, again, that's where we could play a big role, where we have a lot of skilled people in the Métis community that actually go out in the oil field already, that go out and seek employment into different national initiatives. So whether it's in mining, whether it's going to be in oils, whether it's going to be in defense, building capacities, we have a labor market that we can tap into, but we need to be part of that or included in that. So that's going to be part of my message inside there. And also the wind power that we're doing, of course, we're bidding on. It came out, by the way, on Hydro sent out the bid for people to bid on the wind power,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll be, of course, putting in our bid. We're going to build our towers, and we know our investment is going to have to be about $500 million or more, and we feel very confident we'll be able to raise that money and find a partner, which will not be MMF, the Métis. Red River Métis will always be a majority owner of the company. So, again, when you look at it from that side, I'll also be echoing that as Indigenous people, as Métis people, the Red River government, we're not sitting by and not caring about natural resources and fighting carbon. We're going to plant 160 million trees in 20 years. So we're going to be doing a big, big impact to the fight offset of carbon that's taking place through cars and different situations, whether it's the oil companies, the smokestacks. So we're going to do our part by growing 160 million trees in 20 years. So that plant is almost complete now in Selkirk, just outside of Selkirk.
Excellent.
And then there's the Arctic Gateway. That's going to be a big one, Churchill. That the Arctic Gateway, the port of Churchill, can be a massive, massive. And I'm talking when they talk defense and they talk Arctic trade, and if Churchill is selected, we're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars coming into Manitoba. Oh. So there's a lot to be paying attention to, and then also getting opportunities to help in the defense building and maybe even joining the military for a young generation that wants to have a career in that. So you'll hear me speaking on that on Monday. And again, people can't forget, like you look at World War I, World War II, our people were in great numbers. In Korean War, we went. And so we went to fight and defend the country. And but again, each time, as lessons were learned, they forgot all about us when we returned. Racism and prejudice systems came into play, and our people were told, asking for optical glasses or dental. After they went to fight overseas to defend a country, to defend people they did not even know, they were promised a head start upon their return. And First Nations and Métis were treated the same. They go back to your trap line, go back to your north, go back fishing. Don't come here.
Right.
And yet they promised a head start. And the non-Indigenous veterans got it, but we as Indigenous people did not. It took Métis 75 years to get this country to apologize and finally do something. And it took the First Nations probably about 60 years, or maybe 65 years. We settled by about 10 years before us. So when you look at it that way, let's hope that our contribution to this new bill will also make sure that they don't do what they did to us after World War II.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so just pay attention to that. I'll be speaking on that. Secondly, the wildfire update. I want to thank Rob Canoes for his kind words about the MMF. He's probably stated again that the issue of the MMF and what we've been able to achieve and do has been really remarkable. Just heard some hads there. I want to thank all Manitobans, and I want to thank our people, Métis citizens, First Nations, those that have donated and given us all types of clothing to hand out, from Pampers to strollers to clothes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We've been distributing. We just took a truckload, I believe, yesterday to Saguin, a trailer load, because they've got, of course, evacuees now in their arena. And we sent them to DePaul. We've been sending them everywhere and shipping them out with our trailers. And they've been shopping from the hotels and the arenas into the stores. Oh. We call them stores because we want all people to know, First Nation, Métis, and all those non-Indigenous that are evacuated, that Manitoba cares, the MMF cares. We really want to make a difference to help their lives better. And so Camp Cranberry is going home today, and I'm very proud of that. And thank you to all the firefighters out there that are helping save our communities. And I know a lot of people from Cranberry, Snow Lake, all those that are returning, they're very, very happy. They can't wait to get home. We're issuing $200 per adult to start to buy something for their house, like the milk, bread, things that they might, just in case the stores in Flin Flon are still, of course, Flin Flon is still evacuated, so they can't go shopping there.
Right. So
the Paw is the only place they can shop at. We've had a relationship with Canters for some time, so they've agreed if any of our shoppers want to go there, we use that. I'm not sure if they will now. I was hoping many would, because Ed from Canters is really a nice guy and really partnership type of guy.
Okay.
But the Grub Box in the Paw is also partnered with us, so people are planning to stop at the Grub Box and shop there and on the way home. So every adult will be given $200, and whether they're married to a Métis and they happen to be non-Indigenous and a Métis, they're still going to get $200 because they're still part of the family.
Wonderful.
And a child will get $50 So this way, it's not to feed them for a month or so. It's just to give them something to buy fresh into their home as they take and get ready to go shopping later in their own ways. So and I got a very beautiful letter from Bert Linfitt, the chair of Cranberry. He was so proud. He said people are so proud. Red Cross has been so far delaying in getting any money to them, so they've been having some hard times, and so we've been delivering groceries and that, and helping them out while they're here in billeting in private homes or in our camps and so forth. So again, I got to say kudos to our staff and the hard work they've done, and I'm so proud of our team. And to Sheridan, Cold Lake, Snow Lake, and Cranberry, I'm very happy you have the ability to go home now and try to get some normalcy back in your life. So again, I'm very proud again of our team, and I want to say that very clearly. No, they have numbers here. Those numbers are wrong. They had $100 a single person. It's not $200. I gave that direction to the president. So I guess maybe Kat wrote the wrong number here. But if you wrote this number and somebody's got it, you better correct what I said to the staff listening. It's $200 a person, not $100 for an adult. So anyway, so we'll make sure that's clear and done. And I better check today to make sure they do that. So anyway, on other good notes, as you know, we won that child special allowance money. So far, 967 class members have received their payouts. So far, we've given out to these children, which some of them are adults now. According to the society, if you turn 18 over, you're an adult. But to us, they're still babies. Mm-hmm. And I know you still treat yours like a baby.
I sure do.
Yes, me too. So far, we've given out $25,224,903.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's 746 of these child special allowance individuals that were in our system that the government took away and made us spend money, their child allowance money, to keep them in care. So we're still fighting with the province to try to get fair and equitable balance of funding. We'll keep you posted on that discussion. I have the call coming in, I believe, with Nahani today. Mm-hmm. But there's some issue of concern. We're short some money. We need to be balanced and equal to everybody else. So I'm hoping that the province can find the extra money to balance us out and make sure that people are getting fair and equitable dollars as they should be entitled to based on their skills and expertise. So again, on another good note, on the first-time home buyers program, we have now reached 1,273 of our families that bought houses.
Oh, hallelujah!
We've given out $18 million in down payments, and so far 2,606 people have moved into their houses. That's 670 children, 86 children actually. And if you look at the mortgages and you look at the amount of money that we're putting into the system, the price of these houses, the 1,173 houses, the total value of those houses purchased by our Métis people is $306,130,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's big numbers, man. That's big numbers into the economy. And we also, the impact of spin-offs are about $65 million. And they do an analysis, like if you buy a house, you're going to buy either some new furniture, you're going to buy a lawnmower, you're going to buy a barbecue.
Yes.
So if you do these spin-offs, and the average cost they do by estimates, it will come up to about, our people will spend another $65 million in the 1,200 houses buying product for their houses. So
that's
Again,
amazing.
it shows you how important these projects are, and I thank Minister Goodon and his team for the work they do there. But it just shows you our cabinet, they made a wise decision years ago and on the strategy, and our people gave us that direction. So again, I'm very pleased on that. And now birthdays. I got a whack of birthdays here. I got to get them off there so I don't forget them, because I'll get calls right away saying, "Why you forgot my birthday?" Anyways, happy birthday is going out to Paisley Chartrand, Jessica Casey, and Carl Chartrand's granddaughter who celebrated her birthday on Tuesday, June 3rd. Happy birthday! Happy first birthday, by the way. It's her first birthday, Paisley. Oh. Welcome to the Métis Nation. So happy first birthday. Happy 21st birthday is going to the father, probably. Or as I I better not say the father, because I know they have a daughter and a son. Hunter Chartrand, their son is having his birthday on Sunday, June 8th. So he just got married, I believe, or he's just getting married. Happy 24th birthday, Hunter. And again, kudos to you. He's a big man. Holy man. I remember him being a little kid when I was hunting with Carla and all of them, and now you see him, he's way bigger than me, taller than me.
Yeah.
He's probably stronger than me now. So anyways, happy birthday going out to you, Hunter, from your family and your mom and dad. Happy birthday is going to my niece, Wendy Pronto, celebrating her birthday Saturday, June 14th. I think she's 40, I think. So happy birthday, Wendy. Kudos to you. And she's a very quiet girl, always working, never says no, never complains. And she works in the Northwest. She's been working there for many, many years. And happy birthday is going out to Shannon Allard, Director of Métis Justice Institute, who's celebrating her birthday on Monday, June 16th. Happy birthday, Shannon Allard. She's a hard-working lady, and she works with July the Lajmayer and my minister, and they do an excellent job in the field of justice. Happy 55th birthday is going to Alison Walters McKay. Of course, that's Elder St. Linda St. Cyr, Sarek's daughter, who's celebrating her birthday on Tuesday, June 17th. So I got one more that Francis sent me here. Happy 10th birthday is going to Lakuta Porter on June 17th from Little Muddy Waters in Winnepagosa. So again, kudos to you, 10th birthday, Lakuta. And then I got something from Hudon now. So Carney's election promised 3 million homes. That's reminding me there's 3 million homes that he's going to build. So I want to make sure that as Métis Red River government, we're not left out. And now in closing, let me say this. In case Bucky can't get on the line, I told him to try to call in. Don't forget Indigenous Day is coming up on June 21st. And we know what happens to the Métis. We have one hell of a gathering in Selkirk. And I want to again thank the mayor, Larry, and of course a Métis citizen himself. And I want to thank him for his counsel, for the hospitality and the respect the Métis get when you enter the Selkirk. You'll see our flags flying everywhere there. And again, I hope the relationship we have, it'll be at the park again. And of course, Bucky and the rest of the team, volunteers, they make a mean event, like a good event. They start a pancake breakfast from 9 to 11. So you're welcome to a free pancake breakfast. Oh. And again, they have a lunch. I still believe they charge, I'm not sure. They don't charge, I think, for hamburgers and hot dogs. I think that's free also. It's a Red River Métis. And the reason we did that, we've been doing it for years. I think it's the same thing now. I can't know because Bucky runs this as the Vice President, Minister of Culture. He runs this event with Jack and Mona, but because it's an Interlake Region event, but it's for all Métis people for all across our homeland. Mm-hmm. But it's from again, you'll have a ton of music, and we did it to have free events for everything. Because a lot of times people have a hard time. You know, you got the Red River Hex is happening, by the way. Right. That's going to eat up every allowance check and every dollar that people have, or paycheck of leftover money that they have in their budgets. It's going to be eaten up by the Red River X. It's too expensive there. Mm-hmm. And so we decided, look, if we can't do that to our people, they can't afford it, they won't come. Yeah. Let them come and enjoy themselves and have a possible family time, you know. Mm-hmm. Stephanie Mueller is calling me in case she's hearing. She's our head of our command center of our evacuation. So she probably doesn't remember. She has to listen to Métis Hour to listen to her president. But she's calling in, so I will call her right back. If Stephanie, or somebody tells Stephanie, I will call her right back. But again, going back to this event in Selkirk, please join. And again, these guys and women work very, very hard to make sure the kids have a good time. There's all kinds of events throughout the day. There's a family tent by Selkirk Friendship Centers. Southern Dance are partners with us. So opening ceremonies, they have music, they have dance, and you'll get to see a lot of good talent there, I tell you. So enjoy 21st, and I hope I'm there. I hope I don't have to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. I hope I go to Selkirk and be part of this and enjoy it with the rest of the people. And again, so if we can, there's people are just sending me all kind of texts here when I'm.
Well, I'm going to be looking forward to watching you on Monday. That's
okay. Watch me in action.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking on behalf of our Manitoba Métis.
Well, thank you. I will for sure. You'll know me.
Yeah.
I won't let it slip by. So again, to all our citizen elders, again, thank you so much for all your guidance. I sit down and I reflect sometimes my thoughts. And I had a visit last night from Oliver Boulette. Mm-hmm. Stopped by to visit me, and we had a good chat. We talked about the past. We talked about even the elders that have gone now, mm-hmm. and the elders, the role they played in the next generation what it's going to look like and what possibilities exist out there. Where are we going to be in the future? So we had a good chat last night. We sat outside and then we came back in the house and we chatted and it was a nice visit, to be honest with you, to talk about that and reflect on our ages and then what more we could accomplish and what more can I achieve before I retire, so things like that. So we had a good talk, and my biggest worry, of course, is the next generation. Our elders always told us to get ready to protect them and set the pathway, clear the bush so they can see on the other side.
Right.
So young people listening now and all those in universities, keep it up. Don't give up. If you graduate, you're the future of our education, the future of the economy in many ways.
That's right.
I stopped at the Santa Lucia restaurant I think it was on Friday. I stopped from work. On Thursday, I went to Santa Lucia. And the reason we went there is because Santa Lucia actually, on the Marion one, the big Santa Lucia, we buy a lot of stuff from there at different events and stuff. And they donated 100 pizzas for a day for 1 week to the evacuees.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's beautiful. I was so taken by the owner in that. He said, "No, you guys are always supporting our business. We want to support back." So I decided to go give them some more business and visit there. And then lo and behold, I guess a waitress comes up and we're chatting, and then she's Métis, a Métis citizen. She's going to university. She did her first year.
Oh, good for
and
her.
She applied for her second and third year. She'll get. And usually, what we do if you apply, for people listening and parents, when your grandchild or child applies for university and gets the $5,000, and it's a 2-year course, we actually put the other $10,000 in a bank. So this way they can access it for make sure if it's a 3-year university course, then it's 3 years of $5,000.
Oh, wonderful!
If it's full time, that is. So that's something we make sure because you start investing them, you don't stop halfway. You got to keep on going right through. So again, that's something very important to recognize. So for young people out there, you got to keep fighting the fight. Help us fight the fight. Take care of your families. Buy a house.
Yeah.
Start your future now. I bought mine. I tried to buy mine the first time. I was 22 years old, and the banks took my ass out.
One of my babies bought their house through their first-time home buyers. Yeah, and he's
congratulations!
Yeah, that's
congratulations.
Cool. And it's changed his life, like truly. Yeah. And he's such a proud Métis, and he's so thankful for the MMF. That's my Cody.
Oh, that's excellent. Good job for Cody.
Yeah.
And for me, again, as I said, when I tried 23 years old, the bank said get out because I had no co-signer. I couldn't turn to my family. My family had no money. So I didn't buy it, I think, until I was 29. I had to save a hell of a lot of money. And I finally bought my first house. And so, again, these programs, of course, were never there. And I'm very proud we have them today. So I'll say goodbye now. And, again, keep up the good work, you guys. And thanks for Ali for covering Naomi. She's busy with MKO's evacuee system. Yeah. And, of course, you always do a great job. And, Cowboy, thank you for finding me. We'll talk to you guys next Saturday.
Okay. Have a good weekend and happy Father's Day.
Yes, thank you very much. Happy Father's Day. Again, on behalf of Cabinet to all fathers out there. Make sure you spoil your dad, you guys. Anybody out there, it's the smallest thing will give him great pleasure.
That's right.
Smallest thing. Cook him a hot dog, a hamburger. He'll probably be prouder than a peacock.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to you guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.